This is Mini Menon. So, Mini, tell us, where did you study and what courses you took?
Hi, Johan. It's really nice to be part of your project. Well, I studied, I graduated in history from St. Stephen's College in Delhi University, after which I did my master's in communication studies, where I specialized in media research. And then I went on to do a course in broadcast journalism because I won the Chevening Scholarship and I studied in England, after which I kind of started working as a journalist. Journalism really brought two of my uh, important, knowledge bases together. One was history, and one was understanding how stories are told, how the business of television and broadcast journalism actually works. So it was really a combination of the two.
Okay, so why don't you walk us through your career?
Okay. So I started off as a political journalist. I started with a television channel called TVI. It was run by the Business India Television Group. I was a young producer over there. I acted as a reporter. I did production work, as well as I was an anchor. I did a couple of their daily news bulletins. After which I joined Star TV to do a show, two shows actually. The first was a show called Star Talk, which was in which I was an assistant producer and I did all the research for that. And I also anchored a show called India Business Week, which is really the business news show that I did. I went on to join CNBC TV18, where I was a business news anchor, principal correspondent. After that, I was involved in the setting up of three channels in India. The first was CNBC TV18, which was a joint venture between TV18 and CNBC. After that, I joined Times Now, and I was part of the core team that set up Times Now. And after that, I started Bloomberg TV, which was a partnership with UTVI in India. So I started that, and my last assignment was as the executive editor of Bloomberg TV, where I was in charge of all the long format shows, as well as, of course, I was also anchoring all the main business shows on the channel.
Okay, so what was your main motivation to pursue journalism?
I think the motivation was two. First, I have a very, very deep passion for the subject of journalism. I believe it's very, very important in a country, especially a country like India. It's important in any country. But in India, we have a lot of issues that we are grappling with. Issues of inequity, issues of the fact that there is so much of poverty, there's so much of policy interventions that are required. And I thought journalism was the best way to make a difference. Also, my love for history was another compelling reason, because journalism gives you a view on history as it's being made, and that's really a very, very exciting place to be, because you can actually see history being made when you cover important developments. Because in my career, have seen coalition governments come and go, the rise of the BJP, the opening up of the Indian economy, and the Y2K crisis and what it did for the Indian IT sector. So a lot of epic change-making events have happened in the last 20 years, which I have had a ringside view on, and that's really made it a very exciting journey.
Okay, so what impact do you think technology will have on journalism?
Technology already has had an impact on journalism. It's changed dramatically since the time when we started out. When we started out, it was still, satellites, where you actually had to run tapes to uplink to satellites which were based in Russia and other countries, from where it was downloaded and beamed into India. Today, you can use technology to beam from anywhere, and that's really helped us when we started a digital platform on Indian history, because now I can travel to any part and any corner of India and do a Facebook Live or an Insta Live from a monument which is in the back of Beyond. It was unthinkable earlier, when television was still a very bulky, cumbersome kind of machine-driven exercise. Today, television has changed, and it's also meant a lot of disruption for existing players. For example, print newspaper players are facing the heat from digital companies which are online. Television companies with all their massive infrastructure are facing the challenges from media startups like ours, which actually look at digital and look at bridging boundaries with that. Another example of how technology is changing is, for example, 3 years ago, we started Live History India, which is a digital platform, multimedia platform on Indian history, where we do documentary films, articles, etc. Today, we reach 200 countries, over 17 million people, and all through the internet, and all through the World Wide Web, which is fantastic because in the traditional format, you were limited by what a satellite allowed you to do in terms of the footprint that it allowed. Today, because of the digital format, you can pretty much reach any part of the world when you actually put out your stories.
Okay, so what are the skills someone should have to succeed in a profession like journalism?
I think three things that you need to have if you want to succeed in journalism. One is base knowledge of the subjects that you are covering, because it's very, very imperative. You have to be a specialist in subjects. And what is interesting about journalism is that you can pretty much be a specialist in any subject and have a career in journalism. For example, if you are interested in history, journalism is obviously a great place to be because you know the backstory of pretty much every event that is happening. Economics is also very important for journalism, especially in business and financial journalism. Science is very important. You can be a science student and do journalism because a lot of cutting edge research is happening in the scientific world, which very niche papers, news, magazines, etc., are covering. So there is a need for specialists in journalism. So knowledge of a subject, a deep knowledge of a subject, is very important. Second is the passion to want to tell a story, to want to take this subject and the subject that you know so much of about to a larger world. And that's what we are doing with history, for instance, right? We are trying to bridge the gap of people who don't know enough about Indian history. And the third is hard work and passion, because you can't do journalism without having to really work hard. Because one thing that journalism tells you, and this whole journey of learning and relearning tells you, is that every day you know a little bit more about your ignorance. Nobody can know it all. And you have to have this thirst for knowledge that allows you to go wake up every morning with excitement and say, hey, today I don't know what I want to learn, but I'm so excited because I'm going to really be, poring over my sources, meeting people, interviewing people, and really knowing something which I didn't know any time before. So it's really that journey. The thirst for knowledge is very, very essential to be a good journalist. You have to be curious, you have to be questioning, you have to question the status quo, and you have to be fearless, because you can't be scared of authority, of people in power, etc. You have to tell the truth. And one trick that we use in journalism is always remembering who we are telling the story to. For example, if you're a business journalist, you're actually telling the story for the retired man who's put all his life saving in the equities market or the debt market, and he wants to know whether his money is safe. And your job is to make sure that his money is safe and question people who are doing wrong things, with the economy, or wrong things with the money. So it's very important to know who you're telling the story to, and also the purpose with which you're doing this job.
Okay. So thank you, Mini. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. All the very best.